So from ward off right, we have a series of moves which are done in the same position. The feet do not move, but the weight shifts from back stance to front stance and so forth. So facing east in the end of ward off right, we have roll back, press, and push. The footwork for these moves is just the shifting of the weight. So we shift the weight to back stance with 60 or 70% of the weight on the rear leg, the remaining 30 or 40% on the front. Back stance, also called in Chinese silibu. Then we shift the weight back to front stance, 60 or 70% on the front leg for press. And with push, we shift the weight to back stance, tuck the buttocks under. It's important in push to have this arc, this vertical arc of Peng with the torso slightly concave and the buttocks tucked under. Be careful, don't lean back as you do that. Keep Bai Hui and Wei Yin aligned. We'll sit back, tuck the buttocks under, and shift the weight forward again. We want to be careful as we shift the weight back that the left knee bends in the same direction that the toes on the left foot are pointing. We don't want the knees to wobble like this when we shift our weight. The front knee should track in the same direction that the toes on the front foot are pointing. And as we do the turning of the waist, we want to be sure that the turning is done in the waist and quad, the waist and hips, not with the knees. In roll back, the hand forms change from the gently curved hand and sunken wrist of ward off right to gently curved hand in the left hand and sunken wrist in the right hand. And then the turning of the waist moves the right arm in press, changing the hand form to gently curved hand. And we bring the left hand into the elbow crease. And push, gently curved hand, changes to sunken wrist, and remains sunken wrist as we shift the weight back forward. Ward off right. Roll back. Roll back covers a 90-degree range. And that would be from, now we've changed the direction, right? So now compass direction I'm facing is east. From southeast to northeast. Press. Coming back with the torso square to the east, we shift the weight forward. Notice that elbow and knee line up. Push. We open the arms to about shoulder width apart and sit back, sink the wrists, and shift forward like so. Now imagine that that your opponent is astute and prevents you from locking his elbow by bending his elbow. So remember, in Tai Chi, we don't ever engage in a contest of strength. So if your opponent wants to bend his elbow and negate your lock of the elbow for ward off right, what you'll do is you'll do what is called follow. And a follow goes to roll back, which would end up here. Now to apply it ends up here in the form. To apply this in real life, I would step and do the roll back like so. But again, the opponent drops the elbow, and instead of trying to fight back into the to the rollback, you follow and press. You attach to your opponent's center and bounce him out of his root. Now, there's another way to deal with the rollback, and that is if the opponent uses press. The opponent can also neutralize rollback by using press. So from rollback, if Rich uses press, then I will use push. I'll sit back, tuck the buttocks under. If I lean back, his press is going to knock me down. So I'll do this. Now, he feels his energy going down. He's going to pull back. If he doesn't pull back, he'll fall on his face. So I would let him do that, but in the imaginary opponent in the form pulls back, and you follow and uproot them.